Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Now, I have just completed the Urshilaku Burial Ground crawl, and I'm coming back in to turn this guy's bow in, the Ashkan's bow, so that he knows that I'm serious shit. Let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, put my sword away. So, Outlander, have you completed the initiation rite? That is my father's Bonebiter bow. You have completed the initiation rite. I name you RPG Crawler, a clan friend of the Ashlanders. Keep my father's bow and bear it with honor. You are a friend of our tribe and may rest in any Urshilaku bed, but do not harm other tribe members or take their things. And now I fulfill my other promise. Go to the wise woman's yurt, and Nibani Masay shall examine you and test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. Sounds like a plan, and I've already got her. Liking me pretty good. So let's go ahead and talk to her.
Welcome, friend.
See if I can remember which yurt is hers. I think it's that one over there. Yep, it's the one with the rug out in front. Stumbling around in the dark. All right. So they've told me of you, Outlander, or shall I say, clan friend. You are hard-headed and ignorant, but perhaps it is not your fault. My Lord Ashkan says you will ask me about the Nerevarine prophecies. He also says I will test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. I must do as my Lord Ashkan says. So, ask your questions, and I will test you. I keep pronouncing it Ashkan, but it is literally the Ash Khan, like the Khan, the steppe nomad title. There are many Nerevarine prophecies, and they suggest many things. Aspect and uncertain parents, the moon and star, sleepers, 7 curses, the curse's bane, the prophecy of the stranger, the prophecy of the 7 visions, and the lost prophecies. Ask me of these things. If you are patient, if you would be wise, or if you are impatient to know, just ask, do I pass the test of the Nerevarine prophecies? Go ahead, Outlander. I am the wise woman. Ask your questions, and I will answer. And I'm going to go through all of them just to get as much of the background as I can. Alright, first, aspect and uncertain parents. If what you say is true, you are indeed born on a certain day of uncertain parents. This is part of the prophecy, but many have the same birthday, and many are not sure of their parents. It is interesting, but it does not make you the Nerevarine. The moon and star. Legend says Induril Nerevar's family standard bore the moon and star, and Nerevar's armor and weapons bore this sign. Some say he bore a moon and star birthmark. Some say he has a magic ring marked with the moon and star. Others say he was born under a moon and star. In any case, I think the moon and star is the mark of Nerevar, and you do not have this mark, so you are not the Nerevarine. So apparently I am not the Nerevarine, not yet at least. Sleepers. Rumors say that in the towns, mad cultists called Sleepers are attacking people, saying that Daggerfall has awakened and will drive the Outlanders from Morrowind. Perhaps it is just a coincidence, but I think it is a sign of the Nerevarine, not necessarily a sign that you are the Nerevarine. Perhaps the time of the Nerevarine has come, and you have come at the same time. This is not passing a test, but it may mean you have some part to play in the coming of the Nerevarine. Alright. What's next? 7 curses. It is another Ashlander prophecy of the Nerevarine. It is called the 7 curses of the Sharmat, but I do not know it, and I know no one who does. It may be lost. Such things happen. A wise woman dies or forgets, or a clan is wiped out. Perhaps someone knows, but in keeping it a secret. Perhaps it is one of the many books of your settled peoples. I have heard that the dissident priests of the temple may have such books. Okay, so I've got a lead to go on there. Let's go for the stranger next. This is the best known of the Nerevarine prophecies. We call it the stranger. When earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far neath moon and star, though stark born to sire uncertain. His aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials made manifest, the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger. Many fall, but one remains. And what's next? The 7 Visions? The full title of the prophecy is 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Listen, and I will tell you the verses. What he puts his hand to, that shall be done. What is left undone, that shall be done. First trial. On a certain day to uncertain parents, incarnate moon and star reborn. Second trial. Neither blight nor age can harm him. The curse of flesh before him flies. Third trial. In caverns dark, Azura's eye sees and makes to shine the moon and star. Fourth trial. A stranger's voice unites the houses. 3 halls call him Hortator. Fifth trial. A stranger's hand unties the Velothi. 4 tribes call him Nerevarine. Sixth trial. He honors blood of the tribe unmourned. He eats their sin and is reborn. Seventh trial. His mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, and redeems the mad. One destiny. He speaks the law for Veloth's people. He speaks for their land and names them great. What does this prophecy mean? It tells us who the Nerevarine will be, and the trials he must undergo before he fulfills his destiny. Some parts I understand, some parts I do not. I will answer your questions as best I can, but I cannot pretend to understand it all. One destiny. Veloth's people are the Dunmer, all Dunmer, Ashlander and Great House. The last time the Velothi were united were with Nerevar at the Battle of Red Mountain. Now Nerevar will come once again and unite the Dunmer. He will restore Morrowind to the Dunmer and restore the former greatness to the Velothi people. Alright, let's go to the first trial. This refers to your birth sign, to your birth on a certain day to uncertain parents, just like in the Stranger prophecy. Okay, second trial. I am not sure what this means. Will the Nerevarine come as a spirit who is not harmed by blight or age? I don't know. But I think curse of flesh means the blight disease corpus, which causes terrible, distorted growths on its victims. Perhaps the Nerevarine can heal this disease. Perhaps that will be a sign of the Nerevarine. Alright. Third trial. In legend, there is a shrine to Azura called the Cavern of the Incarnate. There are secrets I may not tell you about this cavern. Do not ask. Fourth trial. A Hortator is war leader, chosen when Dunmer great houses must put aside their normal feuds to unite against a common enemy. This has not happened since the Empire invaded our land. Alright, fifth trial. The Ashlanders are sometimes called the Velothi, for the prophet Veloth who guided us to this land many, many centuries ago. And the 4 tribes are the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. The Urshilaku, the Amasu, the Zainab, and the... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It would truly be a miracle to unite these 4 tribes who have so long raided and warred with one another, but the Nerevarine must be one who performs miracles. Alright, 6th trial. I'm not sure. The tribe unmourned may mean the 6th house, House Dagoth, which was exterminated after the Battle of Red Mountain. But it may also mean the Dwemer, or the Dwarves, or as the Westerners call them. And eating sin is doing atonement for another sin. And then the 7th trial. The cursed false gods must be the tribunal. They are surely false gods, evil sorcerers and necromancers, and they murdered Nerevar, so they might set themselves up as gods. Binds the broken must refer to Nerevar's broken promise to the Ashlanders to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land. Let's ask about these 4 tribes. Urshilaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash. Amesu are the Grazelands, are mild and peace-loving. The wise woman of the Amesu, Simanu Mirpal, is also their Ashkan. The Zainab, the Ashlanders of the Zainab tribe are sly and crafty. They camp in the interior of the Grazelands. And finally, this one. The, whatever the fuck that is, of Molag Mar love themselves and their weapons above all else. Their Ashkan Ulath Dal is cruel and ambitious. And his Gulkans are just like him. They're wise women. Many is cautious and reasonable. Seek her counsel. Do not waste your speech on the war cons. So that is, I think, that. I'll ask her about the prophecies. I'll ask her about the Nerevar. Oh, fuck, I've already done that. I'm just making sure they've got all of the information from her. So I think that is it. And, yeah. Birth sign. Okay. Well, she's told me everything I need to know, I believe.
Please, talk.
So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to report back to Gaius Cosades. And I will do that shortly. See you when I get to him. Alright. As I was cruising out, I realized that I hadn't actually asked her whether I passed the test or not. Or asked her about the lost prophecies. So I asked whether I passed the test. You are not the Nerevarine. You are the one that may become the Nerevarine. It is a puzzle and a hard one, but you have found some of the pieces, and you may find more. Do you choose to be the Nerevarine? Then seek the lost prophecies amongst the dissident priests of the temple. Find the lost prophecies, bring them to me, and I will be your guide. And take these copies of The Stranger and the Seven Visions. Now I've told you all you need to know. Go think on what I told you and do what must be done. And she gave me some stuff in my inventory, so now I am ready to go. Alright, now I will see you at Balmora with Gaius Cosades. Alright, back in Balmora, just heading into the Shirtless Wanderer's house. Back to Gaius Cosades. Put on a shirt, man. Alright. Here to discuss your orders. You've spoken with Sul Matul and Nibani Amesa, and from what they say, it sounds like you could really be the Nerevarine. That's just incredible, but I'll have to get used to the idea. Let me try to get word to Mara Milo. Maybe she can find out whether the dissident priests have any lost prophecies. But in the meantime, I have a very tough assignment for you. Do you think you're ready? I'm ready for anything. Don't get overconfident. But if so happens, I agree. You're ready. But just in case, I'm going to give you 400 drakes. Before you head out, make sure you outfit yourself with healing potions, new gear, and a little training. Whatever you think you'll need most. And remember, if you get in trouble, back off, rest up, and go back fresh. Don't get cocky. I think this will be a tough one. Here's your mission. Fort Buckmoth sent a patrol to Narmak, hunting smugglers with his Sixth House connections. They found a Sixth House base, a Sixth House shrine, and a Sixth House priest named Dagoth Gares. Speak to Champion Reisa Dulia at Fort Buckmoth. She'll tell you about the patrol and the Sixth House base. Your orders: find that Sixth House base, kill Dagoth Gara, and bring me a full report on the Sixth House base. This looks interesting. South of Aldrune, a short walk. Okay, I know where that is. I've been there. Sixth House base. Champion Rayla Dulia, Fort Buckmoth. Okay, I've already got that. Oh, wait a minute, that's different. In a cave the locals call Ilunibi. However, the one trooper who escaped to report has died of corpus disease. Before he died, the trooper reported fighting with monsters and cultists, and something about a powerful Sixth House priest. Okay. And, yeah, I think that's it. I am ready to go to Fort Buckmoth. So I will see you... Actually, yeah. I will head there, and I will find out what they have to say there. And I have a ton of stuff to sell, too, so I will probably, before I go crawling in any bases, I'm going to get all the background information, and then I'm going to go sell my shit. Alright, there's Fort Buckmoth. I'm going to head there. I just realized it's been a long time since I've done any side quests, too, so I may or may not do them. It all depends on how complex this looks. Let me get over there and talk to her. Well, I took the direct route to Fort Buckmoth, and now I'm trying to find the actual entrance. Just a wall all the way around the place. So I guess why they call it a fort. But it's a better fort than that other one over by Balmora. You can just walk up the hill and jump over the wall. I don't know who designed that. You'd think that they'd build the wall higher in that section so that enemies couldn't just hop on in. I think I went the long way around. Oh no, where are you, doorway? I see the ghost fence off in the distance. Here we go, this has got to be the doorway, right? Yeah, that's the doorway. Alright, we just got to look for the individual in question, which is, Reza Puglia.
Come on, I haven't got all day, you know.
Yeah, where's Reza? Okay, he's not going to tell me. Let's head on in. I guess we got to search this place.
What's this about?
There we go. She's right up front. I'm Reza Puglia, champion of the Legion garrison here at Buckmoth Legion Fort, and you're RPG crawler. Caius Casades sent you, didn't he? Caius says you're the one to handle the 6th house base near Narmak. Only one trooper returned. He died soon after, horribly disfigured with corpus disease, and out of his wits. In his ravings, he spoke of a cavern on the coast. He called it Ilunibi. It's not on our maps. Try asking locals in Narmak. They fought with the cultists and disfigured man beasts. Corporate sponsors, I think. They fled the attackers and got lost in the caves. Then they ran into a half-man creature named Dagoth Gars. This Dagoth Gars slew the rest of the patrol, but he spared one trooper. He told the trooper he was being spared so that he might tell others that the sleeper awakens, and the 6th house has risen. And Dagoth Ur is Lord, and I am his priest, and all will be one with him in the flesh. The trooper awakened outside the caves and returned here. We couldn't recognize him, and he didn't respond to questions. He kept rambling on like a madman until he died. Find out about corpus disease? I've heard of corpus disease before, but never seen it. The trooper's flesh was swollen and covered with growths. His bones twisted and lost their shape. He spoke to himself as if in a dream. We didn't recognize him at first, except for his clothing and armor. The fort chaplain tried spells and potions, but couldn't cure the disease. He died soon after he reached the fort. Didn't realize how fast corpus kills. It sure wasn't pretty. The troops seemed shaken. I'm a little worried myself, to tell the truth. And Ilunibi. That's what the dead trooper called the sea cave caverns where he found the 6th house base. It's not on our maps, and so no one here has heard of it. Maybe the locals of Narmak can tell you where to find it, or you might have to search for it yourself. And where is Narmak? Narmak is an island fishing village on the Bitter Coast, roughly west of Caldura and Aldrun. Here, let me mark it on your map. There is no marked route to Narmak from Aldrun. It's no easy trip. Our patrols take the Balmora road. At the nicest Balmora-Aldrun signpost, go south, then immediately west on a side route to Drulane Phelan's cottage. Then head cross-country west to the coast, where the old Dunmer stronghold at Ansareth is a landmark. When you hit the coast, turn south. Follow the coast, wading around headlands when necessary. Pass a shipwreck. This is all. I think I've been to Narmak before. I think it's already on my map, but I think I know how to get there. So, yeah. I gotta go to Narmak and find out about shit, but I gotta do a lot of stuff. We still have some Mage Guild stuff, I think, to do. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss on that. I've got some Fighters Guild stuff that I could go ahead and do. And then, of course, I've got the expansion stuff. Let's look at the world map. Narmak. This has got to be Narmak, right? Nicest? No. Narmak. There we go. Narmak. I've been to Narmak. I know how to get there. I think I can take a boat there. Or here's how I got there before. Vivek has a boat. I took the boat from Vivek to Hlaoed and then to Narmak. But I wonder if I get to Nisus, if they have a boat there. That might be a thing. Let me try to get to Nisus, and I'll take a boat to Narmak. And assuming there is one. If not, I'll tell you the alternate route I took. See you there. Alright, what happened is Nisus doesn't have a port, so I took a Silt Strider to Nisus, then a Silt Strider to Cole. And Cole had both passage to Solstheim and passage to Narmak. So they're two different NPCs. So I'm now in Narmak. And I guess I will hit Night Eye. Alright, so I guess I gotta ask around in Narmak, find out about this 6th house thing. Just talk to this individual over here. Hey you, stop running. I need to ask you a question here. I'm Cariel, and this is Narmak, and you're RPG crawler? Fine, that's all taken care of. Now, why don't you tell me what you want? Okay. Everyone's worried about those 2 breeding nets that have been attacking. That's right. There's a pair of them that wander around north of here. They've come near town a few times. We drove them off, but I'm sure they'll be back unless someone does something. That is the essence of a small town. They're worried about breeding large creatures. Alright. Ask him about Ilunibi. I don't trust you enough to talk about that. I gotta bring up his disposition. I'll be back. I'm gonna kind of work the persuasion magic on him real quick. Alright, it didn't take long, just a couple admirers, did not have to do anything else, and I've got him up to 75. Let's see if he trusts me enough now. Ilunibi. Ilunibi Caverns, that's what they call the old sea cave up on the north end of the island. Right on Kartog Point. Don't be poking your nose in there, someone might object. Yes, that's the western coast, not far from here. It's a gigantic boulder. Some of the areas call it orcs call it considered a landmark. Why, I don't know. Some orc or another jumped off on a dare. It didn't end well. Alright, so it looks like I've got a list of where it is. And I think I've talked to enough people this episode. So, in the next episode, I will look into Ilunibi. But between now and then, I gotta sell off all of my shit.
Go ahead.
You know, that's what's gonna happen. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. If you like what you've seen, remember to like, comment to tell me how I'm doing, and subscribe for more of this and other games. Until next time, take care and goodbye.